Oh, Alenka's mid-month movie review.
Welcome to Alenka's mid-month movie review, where Alenka reviews a couple of the movies we've already covered on the main show, Oscars edition.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Talking about a very special time where famous people go into a room and they sit down, they eat some food, and they get the Oscars.
You know what I just told you?
What?
Like just 5 minutes ago?
What?
Was like when you like turn your head and
Did I do that though?
Yeah, you're like shaking your head all over while
But
you're
a
talking.
lot?
Yeah.
No, I went like this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what
We'll see
Oscar-winning movies are we talking about today, Alenka?
We're talking about Parasite as well as No Country for Old Men.
Yes, No Country for Old Men, indeed,
Right.
and Parasite.
Yeah, and Parasite.
Wait, you did tell me you've never watched the Oscars before.
Correct.
Why?
I don't know what goes on in the Oscars. No.
Not
I
at all.
think they go into a room, they eat food, and they get awards. It's an awards show. Yes?
Yeah.
Is there a voting system?
I mean, there's the Academy votes. I don't know.
Who cares?
It's not like People's Choice Awards, you know.
Sure.
That's the legit.
Yeah,
That's
like
the real
Teen
one.
Choice Awards,
Yeah.
with the surfboards.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've never watched them. And why, I don't know. I really don't know. I had joked earlier I was maybe too busy watching Family Guy.
Yeah.
I don't really remember being a very deliberate TV watcher when I was growing up. Does that make sense? Like, I wasn't like, oh, this show is at this time. I need to watch my TV at this time. So you would just like kind of turn it on.
Yeah.
And like whatever was on was what
the
I would
Oscars
watch.
are like, it's not like it's every week. It's once a year.
I'm
It's kind of like the Super Bowl, although I've never
blame
watched the Super
this
Bowl really anyway.
on foreign parents.
Okay.
I didn't know.
But I mean, that's your
anything.
go-to. But you know what? Speaking of foreign
sorry.
parents, well, are we going to start with Parasite, or are we
No, I want
talking
to start
about?
with Parasite.
Yeah. All right.
No, sorry. I want to start with No Country
All right.
for Old Men.
Take it away.
Okay. Because I actually did watch Parasite first, and following Parasite, I just wasn't as enthralled with No Country for Old Men. I think it's still a good film, but I was like a little underwhelmed, and it just took a while for things I felt like to like happen. And and this might be in part because I was like constantly getting distracted by other things while I was watching it. Like I made breakfast while I was watching it. So maybe like I just missed some things, but
Yes.
I just felt like it wasn't as satisfying as I thought it was going to
No
be.
Country for Old Eggs.
No Country for Old Eggs, which is in fact what I made.
Yeah.
Some scrambled
Nice,
eggs.
Nice.
Salt and pep, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I really liked Javier Bardem's like
Oh, yeah.
portrayal of this dude.
Who's like one of the greatest movie villains in history.
Right.
He's rated as.
But it was so interesting to me because like, and I don't know if it's just because it's Javier Bardem maybe, but like I was like, didn't hate him or anything, but I felt like it was also a villain where like, how do you hate
You were
this
like,
guy?
yes, Queen Javier. Like, you were like, yes, I am in support of this
Yeah,
guy.
like even when he was like doing like his creepy like strangle face, I was like, yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's true. There's not very many, like, no one's likable in the movie in terms of, like...
yeah, I guess that, yeah, like you don't really have...
I guess Josh Brolin's character, but even then, he's just
which
a
he's the
dude.
sheriff, right? No?
No, that is Tommy Lee Jones' character. He's the old guy. He's the old man, really.
Yeah, so like...
That the country is not for.
Yeah, and again, like I think the accents... Not that this really has anything to do with anything, but I think at least for the random guy's like love interest, like his wife, I didn't care for this character like whatsoever. I felt like it was really just like the same thing the whole duration of the movie. I don't know if they won anything for this movie or anything, but I just like was super not entertained by this person at all.
The one woman in the
No,
movie.
the mom was funny.
Oh, the mom.
was
Yes, I forgot about the
great.
mom. She
hilarious. Was great.
Yeah.
That was great. I thought she was very funny. I also thought that the like deputy sheriff
Yeah.
was also
He's
very
good.
funny.
He's good, yeah.
But
Woody
yeah.
Woody Harrelson is great too. He's a He's one
Right.
of those like drops in and you're like, ooh, Woody Harrelson, I like you.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I was, and I forgot kind of what happened too. Realistically, so like there, a couple of the deaths where I was like, oh man, really? Like I didn't see that coming. But to be honest, after Parasite, I was like, this isn't that shocking. Like,
No.
Yeah, like, we'll talk. I mean, you guys, I probably already know what happens, but I totally forgot, and I'm very excited to talk about
I'm
that.
so glad you forgot what happened in Parasite.
Yeah, like I kind of remembered, but I didn't really remember how it all kind of capped off. Do you have any other talking points about No Country for? Like, it was a great movie. I like, it was entertaining enough. It was relatively interesting for the duration of the movie. I was still kind of like, because I couldn't remember what happened, so I was kind of like, what is going on? And like, I remember you had mentioned the cow thing, and I was like, when are they going to explain that? How did they know about that? And it wasn't until like halfway through the movie that you like understand that.
Yeah, you don't even I guess if you're a farmer, you know what that is, but really it's just like, just killing people with a random weapon.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a little
We have a
guest.
special
we have
guest,
a special
I
guest here. Little Sully boy. This is my world.
New
This is my new
cat.
cat.
Isn't he
Say hello to the
beautiful?
camera.
Is he not the preciousest
He's
little
a little
babe?
He's a little precious baby.
Sweet boy.
All right. Well, you can stay on the table.
My
I guess.
review of Sullivan, by the way, is that he is the bestest little boy. He's got the most perfect little long nose
Yeah.
and a very long tail.
He is. He's perfect.
He wins the award for sure.
Yeah. Best cat.
Absolutely.
Best
Tails in the
costumes.
frame, so, yeah.
Right in the frame.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, in terms of talking points, you're right. When you watch like Parasite, and then you watch like No Country is a beautiful. I would say No Country is a beautiful looking movie. There's some great shots, especially the night shots with the the truck in like the field and the headlights, like coming in and the,
for sure.
the
Oh,
sunset.
also just one thing I want to say: when he was getting chased in the field with like, how did he not get run over? There's no way he could have outrun.
I guess I don't know.
That pissed me off.
It is. I mean, movies.
I could not suspend my disbelief enough.
Okay, he should have. He should
He
have
should have
been run
died
over,
right
and
there.
Then that's the end.
And
of the
then
movie.
end of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess. Yeah. What's your rating for this movie? What do you give it?
Yeah, it is kind of tough because again, I had watched it after Parasite, and Parasite really really captivated me. It was a great movie. I honestly probably give it like a 7 out of 10.
All right.
It's still, good. But and it's funny. I think what I'm discovering with my rating system is I am overly generous apparently because I never really give anything below typically a 5. So the 7 is like still technically like lower on my end, but it's still apparently doing.
It's a mid movie. I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes to Oscar, like this one Best Picture.
That
So,
makes sense.
Like when it comes to Oscar-winning movies, that's a decent score.
Good.
Out of all of them.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I liked it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Parasite.
Yeah.
Because this is one of my favorites of the last
Good.
10 years. So
What
did you think?
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's like one of my new favorite films probably. And it's funny because Saul's getting a little crazy.
Saul is going crazy right now. Okay.
So I was really excited to watch this because like in the past, like I really fell in love with like K-pop and I really fell in love with K-dramas and stuff. So I don't know what it is about like Korean produced media that like has captivated me so much in the past, but I was just very excited because I knew there was going to be a lot. Even completely forgetting like majority of the massive like plot points of this film, like I knew it was going to be intense. So like really interesting and like it was just like it felt sneaky but in a good way for such a long period of the film. Like you're rooting for the family and like I loved that. And then so quickly like things go to shit and I actually like started and watched like 3/4 of the movie last night and then watched the last like quarter of the film this morning.
Wow.
And
you're fresh.
literally I like when once the young guy gets hit over the head and you see all that blood, I was just like, and then as things progressed, I literally was like, staring like at my computer screen, just like jaw dropped, like holding my head and my face because I
just like holding it.
no,
like
literally,
that, yeah.
literally, I was like, because I think I was trying to like grab for my heart and like I was like, but
My jaw's too dropped.
yeah, it was just so much, and it was like my heart for this like little boy and that family. I was like, as if like of all the times that this could happen, like it's happening in this moment for the family. Like the rich, like the affluent family, and then like the tension as soon basically as like they're kind of like when they go for the camping trip, like all that tension really starts to build in those moments, and that like from there was just like wow, like such an incredible roller coaster. And then the way they tied everything off, like at first when they kind of showed the flash forward of like the young man like buying the house and everything and like his parents in there, I was like, oh really, like they're just gonna like end it at that, and like that's how it ends, is like, yeah, he got successful and owned the house and stuff. And I was like, that's garbage. And then you realize it's literally just a letter, and he's just like, I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah,
and
it's literally just a dream that we all know he'll never achieve.
Yeah, because in my mind I was like, there's no way that this guy, like especially after like the fact that they got caught and like we're in it now, like
I like when,
and I thought how lucky they were
when they're all partying in the house,
Yeah.
and the family comes home. It's the most like the stressed I've ever felt in a movie. So I feel
So,
like you're
I'm not
all
kidding.
underneath
so
the ottoman.
right. And it's funny you mentioned that, because not in that moment, but in the last moment when the guy that's been like underground starts to come up, I literally thought I was going to have a heart attack. I'm not kidding. I actually got so stressed. My heart was like, it was pretty scary. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they managed, like, yes, it's stressful situations, and like you watch movies where that sort of stuff happens. But I'm being genuine. Maybe it's because I'm older and my anxiety's through the roof nowadays, but I literally thought I was going to have a heart attack. So like obviously this is a 10 out of 10 for me. Like I kind of expected that it would be amazing, and like the whole time I couldn't stop hearing like Diana's accent saying Parasite, and like like they'd be doing like horrible stuff, and I'd just be like in my head be like, Parasite, you parasite. So I was blown away honestly by this movie. It was amazing.
I remember, so this was Oscars 2019 it won, right? Or no, 2020.
Don't ask me.
Was it 2020 or no?
Please don't ask me.
It was just pre-pandemic, I believe, when that show was out, and I watching it like was the first time in my life I was like rooting for a film to win, and it did, and I was so happy. I like jumped out of my couch.
Yeah, like something about just for I guess from like my past like real enthrallment from like again Korean produced like content. I expected it to be super amazing and that I would love it, but I literally could probably say this is probably my favorite movie at this point.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy.
Well, have you seen? He's got quite a few other films. Have you seen his other one called Snowpiercer?
Oh, that is him.
With Chris Evans, yeah.
See, that's so funny because before that was probably one of my favorite movies. I didn't know that was him.
That's him.
I fucking loved that movie too. And then they did the show, and I was like, "That's fine too." But
yeah, the movie is.
Did he also do the
awesome.
Okra? It's not Okra or Oka or something?
I believe so. Yeah,
that one
we'll
too is
that.
fucking insane as well.
So cheers to him.
Cheers to you. Amazing. Just so fantastic.
So it's a 10 out of 10.
Absolutely 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
What about that meal? What about that steak noodle?
Yeah, looked yummy. Looked pretty yummy.
That's what I tried to pair our drink with, our peach fuzz drink.
I would have enjoyed drink. Yeah, and for some reason, I don't know why, but the visual of them like scraping off that peach fuzz was like really stuck with me too. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I enjoyed that so much. It just seems like a nice, I don't know, so great. So great.
Yeah.
This is the first time too I feel like I've been really like
gung-ho
about one of the
movies.
movies we've watched. About movies in
about
general.
movies, yeah.
Yeah.
She hates movies.
I hate them.
She hates them, guys. You've heard it here first. Or like for the 100th time.
Yeah.
Whichever you want.
I didn't get a chance to like do a lot of research about it after the fact, but I feel like that's how I'm going to spend my evening Probably not because I'll be driving home. But like within the next like week, I'll probably be looking into the movie more and like.
Definitely.
I just loved it so much. Yeah. But I have to say, I do hate those types of houses.
Oh, those like modern, like
I fucking
square.
I hate those. So we know my style of house. I love the
just
window
so
idea.
Our fans know.
Just so you guys know, my favorite style of house is one that's like made of brick that like looks like a house.
Mm-hmm. Like a drawing, like just the square with the triangle roof.
I actually love bungalows. Probably because I was raised in one. So it's kind of
floor,
like
just one floor basement.
Technically, yes, but my parents' home is like it's on part of a hill, so like the garage part
like
is right on the ground.
Yeah.
And then it's like half raised. It's great. That's what I want.
That's what you want. You don't want to go too high up.
Exactly.
You're afraid of heights.
I am.
Yeah. Are you actually?
I am.
All right.
But fun fact, you know how you go onto a construction site and you see those lifts that go up like 150 feet?
Yeah, the scissor lifts or whatever they're called.
Not a scissor lift, a genie lift.
Yeah.
For those of you at home that know what a genie lift is, or if you want to Google it, or maybe it's called a boom lift, something like that. I went up 150 feet.
Oh.
I even pressed the buttons.
I wouldn't do that.
Legally wasn't allowed.
Hate it.
But I did it.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody.
Legally, she's not allowed.
Don't tell anybody. But I did that.
All right.
I have photographed it.
Well, if you want to go back and listen to the episodes about these movies, that's episode 16, No Country for Old Men, and episode 32, Parasite.
Also, both of these episodes to record, obviously I love all of our guests, but these are also 2 episodes that really stood out to me because I just remember the guests being so fucking passionate about these movies too.
They were definitely, yeah.
So they're very, very enjoyable episodes to watch, even just to like support the people that were on the show, not even like to support us, even though one of them doesn't have like they're just a regular kind of person.
Yeah. He's just a regular dude
that loves No Country for Old Men, but like those. They're good episodes.
Yeah, so very good. Wow. Well,
yeah.
On that note, catch the Oscars this month, everyone.
Oh, is it this month?
I've never seen.
Should we have an Oscar?
I haven't seen any of the movies.
Should I view them? Oh,
maybe you should watch it. I've never seen any of the movies nominated.
What's
this
up
year.
For nomination?
Oh, I don't know. 10 of them, right? There's 10.
Why would
nominated.
You say right? Like I know.
I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't know. All I know is that the one is called Power of the Dog. It's on Netflix, and I might watch it with Benedict Cumberbatch. So
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the only one you know.
That's the only one that comes to my mind. But this year is one of those years I did not even pay attention to any of the movies nominated.
Well, we'll do a viewing party or something. I don't know. See what happens. But yeah, watch them maybe.
Yeah.
I never have, but
or just go back and watch Parasite like over and over again.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.